you. The telly is blocked for them other girls too. Them haters, they getting blocked while they on the sideline. I wanna give you that ride, wanna make you my wife.
I don't want it. Hey guys, welcome back to me and Kingdom's channel. I'm Ash and King is a little preoccupied right now. He's preoccupied getting a salad. Huh?
Are you making a salad?
I mean, I was gonna make the video. Did you need help making the salad? Okay. So, as I was saying, King is a little preoccupied at the moment, so I thought this would be a great time to have kind of a story time, but also be open with you guys as far as what's going on, I guess, a little bit. So, I want to tell everyone about what happened to my engagement ring. If you guys don't know, I love my engagement ring. I'll make sure to put it somewhere on the screen. But COVID happened to my engagement ring. You want to know what happened? COVID happened because typically when you have your rings, you have to get them inspected like every 6 months, which I do. But since COVID happened, jewelry stores weren't expecting your rings because you don't know who has what and what's on what, and we really didn't even know anything about COVID back then. Well, when I was supposed to have it inspected, I was supposed to have it inspected in March, and people didn't know anything about COVID as far as, oh, if you bring something in, if it's on a surface or whatever. So basically they stopped all inspections, they stopped everything. And for me, with my ring, I clearly didn't get it cleaned, and my stone was actually wiggling out of it. But I thought it was all good. And then one day I was working from home, and I stepped out on my lunch break, and I was gonna go pay some bills or whatever. And I looked down at my finger. Girl or guy, whoever, guys, my stone was missing. And I'm not talking about like, oh, like you can still like play it off. Like, no, it was, I actually took a picture. A picture or a video. I'll insert it in the video so you guys can see exactly like what I'm talking about. When I say my stone was gone, it was gone. I don't know where I dropped it. I don't know. Well, I didn't know. Let's say that. I didn't know at the time. So I was freaking out. Completely freaking out. I didn't really know what to do, so I'm calling the jewelry store and I'm like, hey, like, are you guys taking... Baby. No, I am not. Sorry. So I'm about to say I was freaking out, and I called the jewelry place to be like, hey, like my stone fell out of my ring. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, what can y'all do? So essentially, they informed me that they still weren't taking anybody at that time. So basically, I just had to wait. I didn't take that for an answer, so I went down to the store to see, like, what can you guys do? And this lady, she essentially tells me like, oh, like maybe we can replace your ring with another ring if we have in the store. But you guys, insert here, wherever. If you see my ring, it ain't in the store. It is not in the store, okay? So, oh, I hope that wire wasn't in the way. So anyway, it was not in the store. They couldn't get special approval from whoever it was that can give me approval for me to get like a replacement ring. I ooh, I hope that quality wasn't terrible. So they couldn't find anybody, like nothing to replace it. That sucked for me. So anyway, I just kind of had to take my L, make sure I was on the list now for my repair instead of my cleaning. So time passed, and finally they called me last week. They called me last week and was like, hey, we're taking repair. No, 2 weeks ago. They called me and they were like, hey, we're taking repairs now. Like, you know, if you want to go ahead and come in, you can come in and we'll go ahead and send your ring off. Yes. I miss my ring so freaking much because, guys, if y'all don't see my ring, this silicone thing ain't cutting it. That ain't what my baby got me. That's not what we both cherish, okay? Oh, back to story. Sorry. So after I had to take my L, because they weren't taking any rings at that point, I had to tell Kingdom. And I hate disappointing him. I really do. I love him so much that I don't want to disappoint him. And I had to tell him. And he was upset. Not angry, but he was just like super upset because, you know, he worked really hard for it. But it's nothing I could have done. And I felt terrible. Like, when I say terrible, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. But then like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got an email basically saying, hey, you can come and drop your ring off. Well, you can schedule an appointment. And then from there, we're taking repairs and cleanings. And I was like, yes. So I called them and they told me I had to call back. They would call me back in a week to actually schedule, which was, I guess, stupid to me, but whatever. So I'm about to say I called back a week later because I wasn't even giving them a chance to call me back. I was going to call them back because I need my ring back because this silicone thing ain't working. It stretches and it's just like, oh, I think it's flipped the wrong way. But it stretches and it's not my ring. So anyway, I didn't even wait a week. I called them back and I got in that following Monday. They checked it out and they were like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, you know, like, you couldn't play this off. And I'm like, no, I didn't. And they remembered who I was because I was like that crazy lady that was like, I need this ring fixed now. Like, I really don't want to go through, give me a new ring. So they remembered me. But anyway, so they sent it off and they told me it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks to get it back. And I'm just like, bruh, like, how long do I have to wait to get my ring back? So hopefully it's been like a week now. So hopefully it comes back soon. But that is the truth about what happened to my engagement ring. And when it comes back, I promise I will cherish it with everything in me. I promise. I did before. But I mean, honestly, it's nothing that I could have did any different. But I love my freaking ring. And it pained me to be without it. It really did. But that is the story on what happened with my engagement ring. And that is story time. I guess that's how we're doing our story times now. Kingdom will be back with us on Thursday. He's having a rough week. So I thought this would be an opportune time for a story time. So have you guys had any similar stories? Has something ever happened to your wedding ring or your engagement ring? Or like, have you ever been scared to tell your significant other something so terrible that you just didn't want to tell them? Oh my gosh. Like, comment below. Let me know like your stories or like if you had any problems during COVID. Because I swear, I feel like COVID has like impacted so many things that you don't even think about. Like, you guys, like, we'll keep you updated too on like our wedding planning when the time like comes more and stuff like that. But like, or I will at the least. But like, when I first started out, I didn't even realize when COVID was first hitting, like, it impacted liquor licenses. Like, we couldn't get those because they didn't want more gatherings than like 250 at the time, or 50. I think it was 250. they didn't want more at the time, like more gatherings at the time. So like we couldn't get a liquor license. Like it was just crazy how much, like when COVID first, it was kind of like, oh, COVID, what's COVID? Nobody, oh, like is that even real? Whatever. And then like 2 weeks later, blow, COVID's real. Like it's just like, what? So I mean, I feel like COVID, even though we have had some positives to COVID, like, you know, just saving money and spending time together and not going out as much and stuff like that, I feel like there were some things that we didn't predict would even be affected by COVID. You know, like I said, like me getting my ring inspected. Oh, by the way, I found the stone that I lost. It was in our kitchen on the floor. Which I've swept multiple times since I had lost that stone. So I don't know if I felt some type of way. I mean, I don't know if I am happy that I clearly wasn't sweeping well, or because, sorry, I'm really itchy. Like I have a mosquito bite that's so bad, like on my leg. But I don't know if I'm happy that I just didn't sweep well, or because I should be happy that I didn't sweep. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, I'm really preoccupied because these mosquito bites have been killing me. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear more story times, or you want to ask certain questions and you want me and Kingdom to do certain story times. Just let us know. Make sure that you subscribe. And you'll see us in the next video. Bye.